What if I told you that the secrets of electricity weren't first unlocked by scientists in the 18th or 19th centuries, but by ancient people over 2,000 years ago? It sounds like science fiction, but a mysterious artifact discovered in the heart of modern-day Iraq suggests it might just be true. This is the story of the Baghdad Battery, an object that challenges our understanding of ancient history and technology. Our story begins in 1936 in a small village near Baghdad. While digging, railway workers unearthed a peculiar clay jar. It was about 13 centimeters tall, unassuming at first glance. But what it held inside would spark a debate that continues to this day: a cylinder of sheet copper, and suspended in its center, an iron rod, held in place by an asphalt plug. Archaeologists were baffled. It didn't resemble any known artifact. The initial discoverer, Wilhelm Koenig, an Austrian archaeologist, was the first to make the bold suggestion. He noticed the similarity of the object to the galvanic cells he had seen in museums. A copper tube, an iron rod, and a sealed top. All it needed was an electrolyte, an acidic liquid, to function as a battery. Could it be that he had stumbled upon an ancient power source? The design is strikingly simple, yet functional. The iron rod acts as the negative electrode, the copper cylinder as the positive one. The asphalt plug would have sealed the jar, preventing the liquid inside from evaporating, while also holding the two metals apart to prevent a short circuit. It's a textbook example of a basic electrochemical cell. To bring this ancient device to life, all you'd need is an electrolyte. The people of the Parthian Empire had easy access to acidic liquids like vinegar or grape juice. When poured into the jar, a chemical reaction would occur between the two metals, causing electrons to flow. This flow of electrons is, in essence, electricity. Now, we're not talking about enough power to run your smartphone or even light up a modern light bulb. Replicas of the Baghdad Battery have been built and tested by modern researchers, including the popular show Mythbusters. The consensus is that a single battery could produce between 0.5 and 1.5 volts. A very small amount of power, but not insignificant. So what could such a low-voltage battery be used for? The most popular and controversial theory is electroplating. The idea is that artisans could have used the electrical current to gild objects, depositing a thin layer of gold or silver onto a cheaper metal. Proponents of this theory point to finely gilded artifacts from the period as evidence. However, skeptics argue that the quality of these artifacts is more consistent with traditional gilding methods like using mercury, and that there is no direct archaeological evidence of electroplating equipment. Another fascinating possibility is that the Baghdad Battery was a medical device. Some researchers have suggested that the gentle electrical current could have been used for pain relief, similar to a modern TENS machine. The ancient Greeks were aware of the numbing effects of electric fish, so the idea of using electricity for therapeutic purposes might not have been so far-fetched. Imagine priests or healers using these jars to offer relief to the sick. So if not for gilding, what else? Another fascinating theory is that the batteries were used for religious rituals. Priests could have used them to create a tingling sensation or a small spark to awe followers and make it seem like a statue of a deity was imbued with a divine, magical power. Imagine being a pilgrim 2,000 years ago and witnessing a statue that seems to spark with life. It would be a powerful and convincing display. However, not everyone is convinced. Skeptics point out that there are no written records of these batteries from the Parthian period. They also argue that the artifacts are very similar to storage vessels for sacred scrolls, which were common in the region. The asphalt plug would have provided an excellent seal to protect delicate papyrus or parchment from the elements. From this perspective, the battery-like construction is purely a coincidence. To test the theories, numerous replicas have been built. These modern experiments have confirmed that the basic design does indeed work as a battery. When linked together, a series of these batteries can produce a more substantial voltage. While this doesn't prove what they were used for, it proves that they could have been used to generate electricity, making the Baghdad Battery a tantalizing piece of evidence for ancient technological know-how. The Baghdad Battery isn't the only artifact that hints at lost ancient technologies. From the Antikythera mechanism, an incredibly complex astronomical calculator from ancient Greece, to the dendrolite, an Egyptian carving that some believe depicts a giant light bulb. History is filled with these out-of-place artifacts. They challenge our linear view of history and suggest that our ancestors may have been far more advanced than we give them credit for. So, what is the final verdict? The truth is, we still don't know. There is no definitive written record of what these objects were used for. Was the Baghdad Battery a revolutionary piece of ancient technology, a testament to forgotten genius? Or is it simply a case of us projecting our modern knowledge onto an object that had a much more mundane purpose? The mystery is what makes it so captivating. The Baghdad Battery is a powerful reminder that the past is full of surprises, and that our ancestors may have been far more advanced than we give them credit for. What other secrets and forgotten technologies might still be buried, waiting to be rediscovered? Stay curious and keep questioning. Thanks for watching. But skeptics argue it could have just been a storage vessel for scrolls or sacred oils. Was it genius science or just coincidence? The mystery continues. Whatever the truth, the Baghdad Battery reminds us that human curiosity and innovation have been lighting sparks, literally, since the dawn of civilization. Stay charged with more ancient science mysteries. Follow and subscribe for your next shocking discovery.